Huge thanks to all my Computex 2018 sponsors. MSI, I use an awesome MSI motherboard in my personal rig. Fractal Design, I use the fantastic Define R6 as my personal case. And Roccat, the ISQ Plus Force FX is a feature-rich RGB gaming keyboard. Check the description down below for more details. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin. I'm here at the MSI booth at Computex 2018. And today we're checking out their new B450 motherboards. So the one that'll catch your eye straight away is the B450 Tomahawk. So I remember when I tested the B350 Tomahawk and I was really impressed by it. And their new B450 Tomahawk will be coming in at a similar price point, so it'll be very competitive. Now the main thing I saw straight away was the beefed up Vrm Heat Sinks. So this is a 4+2+1 power delivery, and the heat sinks on it are 30% larger than the previous generation. Another thing I noticed was that the M.2 slot, which was previously on the B350 under your main graphics card, so the top PCI x16 slot, has now been moved above it. So that's what I like to see. It makes taking the M.2 out much easier, and obviously it doesn't get as hot, so that's quite good as well. Going around, these are all ready to go as well. So if you have a first generation Ryzen CPU, you know, your Ryzen 1500X, Ryzen 5 1600, and you're worried that, if I get one of these, it may not work or I'll have a problem with it. That's not going to be the case. They're all ready. You can just drop it straight in. It's not a problem at all. So that's really good. BIOS flashback button has also been moved around to the I/O this time. That's handy. And so the Tomahawk's going to be a really solid motherboard, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be very interested in it, and it's looking really good. When we drop down here, we have the -A Pro. So this is going to be obviously coming in at a cheaper price point than the Tomahawk. A few people will still be interested in this guy. Personally, I believe the Tomahawk will be the main one a lot of you guys will be interested in, but the -A Pro will still be a solid one. We don't have specific pricing yet, but I imagine this one will be less. We're seeing a lot of similarities between the two of them, but the Tomahawk will have probably more features. Just looking at it, I can see a few extra features on the motherboard that you will get with the Tomahawk, but more or less that both of these are looking like they'll be really solid motherboards. And this is what a lot of you guys have been asking about. You're wanting to buy, say, a Ryzen 2600X or something like that, but the X470 boards are quite expensive. Maybe you didn't want to put out all that money, and you're waiting for these B450s, which are coming in at a very solid price point. So I can't wait for these to come out. I can't wait to be actually testing the B450 Tomahawk here, and expect pricing, as I said earlier, to be around what we saw with the B350. So very competitive there, and it'll be very good in terms of value for money. So here we are with the X399 Creation from MSI. Now this thing is a serious X399 motherboard for your Threadripper CPU. I have Jeremy here from MSI, and he's going to talk to us a bit about some of the key features of this motherboard, starting with that crazy VRM you see up the top there. So Jeremy, what sort of VRM are we looking at?
So as most enthusiasts would say, a good motherboard starts with a good VRM power design phase layout. We have 19 digital power phase design layout on the brand new MSI X399 Creation, and that is also including a full copper heat pipe design along the entirety of the VRM up there. So in terms of cooling, in terms of performance, this board is seriously a cut above, Kevin.
Yeah, yes. So this is quite a bit above the Gaming Pro Carbon X399.
Truly is, yeah.
Okay. And talk to us now about the M.2 expandability with this, because that's another big feature of the Creation.
Yeah, so the X399 Creator, as the name implies, Creation, as the name implies, is obviously built for content creators. Yep. These are people who need storage capacities, and one of the things that obviously lets a lot of them down is the speeds of M.2 drives. So MSI, we went to the drawing board and we said, how do we fix this? We want to run as many M.2 slots as we can on here without any slowdown. So with the X399 Creation board from MSI, it includes an MSI Expander Aero PCI M.2 drive, and that allows you to hook in an additional 4 M.2 NVMe drives, so you can run a total of 7 on this board, all simultaneously with 0 slowdown and fantastic cooling performance.
Yeah, no, it looks extremely impressive here. We have the steel reinforcement on all the PCI slots, which is always a good thing to see. Yeah, it just looks absolutely mammoth. Dual 8-pin power connectors, which is always good to see. The I/O is also looking pretty spectacular dual gigabit LAN, which is always nice on high-end motherboards. So this really is just for the ultra enthusiast, the top of the line X399.
That's exactly right. So brand new industrial design with this one as well,
Yep.
Kevin. So you will never have seen a product like this out there on the market before, built from the ground up for our team here. This is something very, very different to any other MSI motherboard that you would have ever seen before. So coming at it from a completely new angle here. The last thing I just wanted to note with the board as well is expandability with the I/O here. So you've got dual gigabit in, as well as dual AC Wi-Fi in as well. So you've got full bandwidth management across those. So if you are working in a heavy networking environment, you know, you're working in a design studio or something like that, where you need to send high resolution 8K footage across the studio or something like that, it's not going to be a problem with this board.
Awesome.
Content creation, it's the king of it.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. Okay, let's go over and have a look at this expansion drive for the M.2s. And here we are with the MSI Expander Aero. So if you're a person that needs to load up a crazy amount of M.2s, you can if you feel like it. But this is just going to be for obviously the ultra enthusiasts to use, people that are got real crazy data needs, and they'll be the ones looking at this. But for the average person, that'll be a bit much. And that's going to round out this video on the MSI motherboards that I found to be really interesting.